SummerSlam has come and passed. Now let's see what angles last. I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling vlogger who always tells it like it is. Pretty decent SummerSlam this year. Not as good as last year's, granted, but as good as the last one in Toronto. A lot of stuff to sift through. So, let's get at it. Here we go! Hallelujah! As expected, Seth Rollins took the Universal Championship back from Brock Lesnar. And as reported on Raw, Brock is not going to get a rematch anytime soon. So I guess Brock will have to find a new opponent at the next Saudi pay-per-view and Survivor Series. Either that or physically threaten a McMahon to get another shot. For now, though, the long Universal Nightmare is finally over. Long live the Beast Slayer! Now, the WWE Championship match was a bit of a downer, really. Not that I didn't think Kofi Kingston would hold the title, but by double countout? And with Randy Orton talking smack to Kofi's family? And Kofi going all ape crap insane afterwards? Okay, that last part was pretty cool, actually. I mean, nice to see Mr. Power Positivity snapping from time to time. No doubt this feud will continue at Clash of Champions, possibly with a stipulation thrown in, and I can't wait. Alright, I confess, I admit it, the 24/7 championship I blasted months ago is very entertaining. I scoffed at first, but the constant times R-Truth snuck in to take it back. It's funny as hell, I'll admit it. Not exactly the Iron Man heavy metalweight championship, but what is? But I'll say that someone other than R-Truth should hold on to it for a bit longer than 7 days or so. I mean, R-Truth is fine and he's funny, but let's let some of the other C-class superstars have a whack at it, alright? On a similar note, the women's tag team championships seem to finally be picking up steam after the Iconics tried to do their Brock Lesnar impersonation with them. Personally, I was hoping for Asuka and Kairi Sane to take those bleach white belts, just like everyone else, but, you know, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, they are a good second choice, I'll admit. At least they're putting it on the line often enough. And we'll know exactly when the friendship between Goddess and Nutcase will finally end. When they lose the titles and Alexa blames Nikki for it. Then maybe Nikki can rise up in the singles ranks instead. I'm still confused as to why the tournament at Crown Jewel last year wasn't just called King of the Ring. I mean, personally, I think Shane McMahon would look totally in place with a crown on his head, right? But anyway, the occasional royal tournament will see who wears the cape and crown again and who will eventually grow tired of it. And that's a shame, really. If you want to be called king, shouldn't the crown be a prerequisite? Oh, and while we're at it, why not call it the Harley Race Memorial King of the Ring tournament? To be compared to the departed king will really put pressure on the winner to keep the trappings of the title on their person, don't you think? Is it just me, or are the Usos taking this whole penitentiary thing a bit too seriously? Jimmy was busted a month ago on a DUI and went to court last week. Back in February, Jimmy was busted for disorderly conduct. And January of last year, Jay had a DUI himself. Seems the tag team division isn't the only thing on lock for the twins. Not sure what Naomi is doing to help things out, if anything, but it's obviously not working. I just don't think one of the greatest tag teams in modern WWE history should be busted so many times in such a brief period. I'm sorry, but if Jimmy gets busted again this year, the WWE might want to consider cutting them off. Finally, what the hell is Drake Maverick still doing as GM of 205 Live when he seems thoroughly obsessed with winning the 24/7 title? If he wants to compete, he should just compete full time and give up being GM. In fact, Why does 205 Live even need a GM anymore since Raw and SmackDown don't? Let the decisions be made in the background like always, and Drake can go after his precious green title without the pesky cruiserweights to worry about. That's all I got this time. Next week, a more proper column. I hope. No promises. Well, except this. I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling blogger who always tells it like it is. See ya.